Without further ado, I'll just introduce you to the content of the talk today. I'm going to start off by exploring, is there a war at all on PDFs? In terms of people with disabilities, 1 billion people today live with some form of disability. That doesn't include people who are not reporting their disabilities. And that number may include temporary disabilities as well. First of all, how can we live without the internet? No other invention has been more pivotal since the Gutenberg printing press in the 1400s. And for most of us, the entire world is visible, audible, and pretty much at our fingertips online. But people with disabilities have huge challenges. How does this sort of accessibility fit into my world? So obviously at CyberDuck, we have some fantastic clients. One of them is Sport England, where we've helped them to re-platform, taking multiple websites with thousands of web pages, thousands of PDFs. The work that we have with the client is ongoing. So in this particular slide here, it's basically a usability test with a blind user, and basically what the blind user experienced before the PDFs have been optimized, because again, you have two types of PDFs, optimized PDFs and non-optimized PDFs. In this instance here, the PDFs were accessible, but they were quite fiddly for the user, as we'll see in a minute. The keyboard shortcuts did not work for him, unlike in HTML. With this particular PDF, the blind user needed to be familiar with the document first, because there wasn't a table of contents, so they couldn't move around at ease. And obviously, one lesson here is PDFs should always have tables of content. The internet is not just about PDFs. Users still publish other documents and put them online, like Word docs, EPUB files as well. And some industries require PDFs for annual reports. So the war on PDFs is a symptom of a wider problem. Are we in fact obsessing over the wrong issue? There are other symptoms like inaccessible HTML, apps, and even inaccessible books. The war should not be on PDFs. The war should not even be a war, but a battle for inclusivity. We can only succeed if we collaborate with users with disabilities, and really everything that we produce has to be tested with these people to make sure that they can extract value from what we're producing and actually understand the content and engage with it. This is where inclusive design is really important, and inclusive design actually recognizes that accessibility and inclusive design benefits everybody. And if everybody lives long enough, they'll experience at least one eye condition in their lifetime. At the moment, 2.4% of Americans are blind or have low vision. So it just gives you some perspective. And it's not just about blind users. As designers, we need to cater for 4 very different types of almost abilities. I think a really robust way to bake this accessibility in and inclusive design in is to use design principles. So at CyberDuck, we've created a PDF accessibility checklist. So we'll give you all of these resources for you to download.